Yo, what up? Everything good? So, here we are again. We're gonna play a game. A good game, I think. At least I think so. I personally think Metroid Prime is a good game. Definitely. Most definitely. You might disagree, but nah. Actually, there's no disagreement. Metroid Prime is kind of considered to be the magnum opus of Metroid. Although some people might say that's Super Metroid. I've actually never played Super Metroid, so I wouldn't know. I should probably do that one day. Maybe. I do have a Super Nintendo Classic Mini, so I should definitely play that one day. I kind of want to play Secret of Mana, though. And Final Fantasy III. Of course, that would be the big one. Of course, there's also the GBA version of Final Fantasy VI. You know, Final Fantasy III is actually Final Fantasy VI because of localization issues, you see. Yeah, it was released as Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo, and I didn't bother correcting the numbers until the PlayStation era, where we got, well, Final Fantasy VII and then the Final Fantasy Anthology Collection. But yeah, Final Fantasy III was in fact Final Fantasy VI. And, well, and the Final Fantasy II that we got was actually Final Fantasy IV. At least I think it was 4, right? Yeah, it was 4. Kinda weird, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, these things can be destroyed with missiles. They're honestly not dangerous. Unless you're not paying attention. Oh boy, there's blast caps right over there. Might as well grab some missiles along the way. And head through this ice door. And look at that. Of course, there's venom grass in the way, which did very minor damage to us. I'm kind of wondering where I am. Oh yeah, this is the frigate crash site. Frick, luckily these guys are really easy to deal with the ice beam. And don't touch the venom grass. Venom grass is very dangerous. In fact, I'll prove it to you. And those are some cute mushrooms. See, this game is an explorer's fantasy, guys. You're gonna want to explore every nook and cranny of the game. And check out what's there and what's all around. Also, you might want to be careful as you journey, because there's dangers everywhere, like big spiky, like those guys. They're just an upgraded version of the Zoomers, though. And while Zoomers are angry 30-year-olds, these guys actually have some serious spikes, and you can only beat them with missiles or the plasma beam. Yeah, the game does get a lot easier once you start getting lots and lots of upgrades. At least most of the basic mobs do. Some of the more advanced mobs, though, they're still pretty tough. Especially the space pirate enemies. Now, we don't need to save. Why would we want to save? Saving is for scrubs, guys. Right, anyway. enough messing around. We got a missile expansion, so that helps. Let's go through here. Alright, so... Shit, where does this lead? This leads to the Talon Overworld. Actually, I kind of want to head backwards. I don't think this is quite the right way we need to be heading. Sorry, I'm all mixed up. I don't know where to go. Let's head back in here, guys. This tunnel is very inconspicuous, and you might miss it the first time you come into this place. So we're going to take a detour to Magmore Caverns next. And then head over to the Drifts. Because that's where our next power-up is. And we're going to have to do some stuff underwater. The thing we're going to get is the gravity suit, guys. And I wish it locked onto the enemy closest to me. Seems like it wants to lock onto the ones furthest away from me. And we got these venomous blast caps that are quite magical. They're quite a magical mushroom, but you know, they're kind of toxic. They're a bit like the stream. Avoid the venom grass and come out here. I got a flying pirate on her tail. Come on, stop dodging. There we go, gotcha. Gotcha. Let's see. Where do we go from here? We need to head over to Magmore Cavern South. Wherever that is. That's Chozo Runes. I assume it's somewhere in this area. At least that's what I'm guessing. That's where we came in from. Maybe it's down here somewhere. Frick, we fell deep into the water, guys. It makes general navigation a little bit difficult. I think we got him. Oh yeah, that crate right there is very first sea Phazon. Phazon in the wild. So... kind of wondering where to go. I'm a little lost right now, guys. There it is. It's right over there. Right, okay. I think I got my bearings now. Let's go. We need to head over to Magmore Caverns. The Ice Beam, well, it's very good at freezing enemies, which it certainly is. It's a little slow. Sorry, my bearings are not quite... Right, we're gonna need to head up. There's a Zoomers in the way. They're luckily very easy to deal with. They just take a few basic shots to take down, nothing more. This is a gamer. It almost sounds like Gatling, you know, to Smash villain. But it's not quite the same thing. I believe we're supposed to head this way? Yeah, that's correct. There we go. See, just blow up the sap sacks up there. And you'll take care of that enemy, no problem. Now to get up there, you're gonna need to get the grapple beam, which you won't be able to get until much later in the game. Actually, it's not too far off, guys. But right now, we need to... First, for right now, we need to get that gravity suit. Gravity suit will definitely help us a lot. And there's a few areas inside Chozo Runes that required of having the gravity suit in order to find some hidden goodies. Because the gravity suit means that Samus is no longer slow underwater. And, well, she doesn't have to worry about air underwater, though. Because she's, you know, in a spacesuit and everything. Alright, let's be careful, guys. I hope I don't fall off. Oh, damn. We didn't fall off this time. And that thing is very easy to deal with once you get the ice beam. In fact, so are those fire jets. You can just freeze fire jets. Does that sound? Take that out of my face. Of course, what we could do, and what's the safe route is to go over there. Actually, let's do that. Oops. Of course, you have to do this to get a missile upgrade, which is hidden up here. But it's also the safe way. See, we're perfectly fine. We're doing good. They won't stay frozen forever, though. It's just a little way to make things a little bit easier. Plus, it's a neat little trick. At least I think so. We got flying pirates somewhere around here. There it is. Flying pirates much easier to deal with. Now basically we need to head over to Plunderia Drifts. Into the gravity chamber. Are you excited for underwater stuff, guys? Of course you are. I'm sure glad there's no turrets around here. And I'm sure glad the flying pirates are so easy to deal with once you get the ice beam. You just freeze them and blow them up. Of course, they're really easy once you get the plasma beam, because you can just melt them in one hit. You can pretty much just melt through them. This is the way to Plunderia Drifts, right? Yep, I recognize this. Now there is actually an energy tank in here, but you're gonna have to do like triple bomb jumps. And it's like no fun at all. Trust me, I tried it. And I did get it, but I got it off camera. I died to it too. Because of the lava pit. Yeah, that's kind of the bad thing about it. In the Wii version, you do get a morph ball jump, which you can do by flicking the Wiimote. But this is the GameCube game. Yeah, this is GameCube. Don't do that here. Yeah, I can't do that here. I wonder if the ice enemies are not vulnerable to Ice Beam. It'd be kind of shocking if they were. Also shocking is the fact that I have a Wave Beam. And Wave Beam is all about that electrical power, dude. See, the baby she-goths are really easy to deal with. You shouldn't really have much trouble with them. Right, so I'm supposed to head over to the quarantine cave, aren't I? That's where one of the elevators was earlier. Or later in the game. We need to get up there. Wait, that's correct, right? No? Right, somewhere up here? These things are still weak to missile, but they're much more vulnerable to plasma beams, of course. Yes, this is the correct way. Quick she-goths. Here to babies. Come on, open the door. Oh, frick me. Big she-goth. Luckily, he's pretty easy to deal with. Just hit him while his stamina's out. Alright, he's low in health. Always does that when he's low in health. There we go, we slaughtered him. That wasn't so bad. See, the big Shigas are not that bad. Yo, can you hear that ice cream truck outside? Yeah, there's an ice cream truck in the neighborhood. You guys know what those are, don't you? Of course you do. So we need to head over that way. That's correct, right? And over to the quarantine cave. Because there's an elevator over there. And the room behind the quarantine cave, huh? Oh yeah, I seem to remember there was a path there. You needed to have the spider ball and the ice beam to do it, though. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that there. Flying pirates. Just dodge out of the way when they're doing their missile thing. And then make your way across. You're probably going to need to make the water go up again. At least that's what I'm guessing. Wait. Or do we? Hello, what's this? Some tight first-person platforming. Whew, what a workout. Right, so the quarantine cave is that way. That's where we fought old TARDIS, remember? You remember him. He was a pretty tough boss fight. Security drones. Yeah, there's 2 of them in here. What? The enemy respawned, dude? Yeah, DSP legit thought that the enemy just respawned instantly. Instead of there just being 2 of them. Not quite sure why he thought that. But, you know, whatever. And down here should be a She-Goth. Do we really want to aggro it, though? We can probably avoid fighting it. Maybe. Follow the spider trail all the way over here. Through this happy little door. And then unfurl. And we're in the way. And we're going the way we're supposed to be going. Watch out for the bamboos along the way. Wait for disruption in their pattern and move on. Very easy. Right, so this is the way we gotta go. And you see this white door? You couldn't get through it earlier. Now we have the ice beam, we can. Remember, these bamboos are only vulnerable to wave beam. Very important that you remember that, guys. Ice blocks the tunnel. You're gonna need the plasma beam to get through that. You don't have the plasma beam. Alright, and down here is where we're gonna go. You need to head all the way down. There's gonna be some enemies along the way. This is not the correct way we should be going. We need to head down a little bit further. There appears to be a purple door somewhere. Here it is. And we just head through this tunnel and check out what's over here. Just take care of the ice beetles. They're easy to deal with. Not much of a problem, not much of a threat there. And I'm surprised we're still encountering the scarabs. They're like a really low level threat. Metroid. Yeah, that's a hunter Metroid. You don't want... They're bad news, guys. Let's just knock those pillars off the ceiling. Yeah, hunter Metroids are bad. You don't want to encounter those. They hurt quite a bit. They have the potential to really wreck your stuff. Pretty badly. There's another door over there. In fact, I'm kind of curious if... Hey look, a save station. That's really helpful. No, I think I'm fine. I just want the save station so I can recover health. Did the Hunter Metroid respawn, though? Yeah, the Hunter Metroid, it's a more highly advanced Metroid. It's a little different than the normal Metroids. They fire like they have like long range and they'll suck the life out of you. But they're still very vulnerable to the same tactics that normal Metroids are. Which is you freeze them and blow them up. And the flying pirates are especially vulnerable to Ice Beam. See? The world actually becomes a lot easier to explore once you get stronger and get more power-ups, guys. Oh yes, we should be on our... We should be on our way to where... We're on the correct trail as to where we're going. No, there is a path higher up, but you can't get to it without the X-ray. There's these things. Yep, that's a good way to beat them. Now, I'm kind of wondering if there was a point to coming down here. Actually, this looks like it would be a good point. Gotta take that out with the wave beam. Yep, very easy and simple. And ideal. You don't have to dodge around them, which is very nice. Let's knock the stalactites down. They'll form a bridge, nice little happy bridge for us. I'm kind of wondering if... There, that should do it. I'm really getting used to the first-person platforming, in all honesty. Ah, and the place we need to go is up ahead. Sweet. Let's take out that enemy. And let's go down. Now we might encounter a little bit more enemies. These things are very easy to deal with. It's somewhere around here. Getting a bit beat up. Come on, jump, jump, jump. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Got it. The gravity suit. This will be really helpful for getting through the water sections. And we'll open the world up a little bit more for us. Feel the power. Now what we should do is head back to Chozo. Now underwater environments are... Come on, play chicken with me. Here we go. There's a path going up there. Let's go check it out real quick. Yes. Yes, give me that energy unit. I'm taking it. As a kind of wondering where this goes. These things actually aren't that hard. You just need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, they're very easy. As long as you're not bad at the game like I am. Here we go. Let's keep going. Up, up, up. Good job, we took him out. Yep, that's the last of them. We need to head back up. There we go. Getting up nice and slow. That leads back over here. We actually don't want to go over here. That might prove a little bit dangerous. Actually, we may not have much of a choice. Oh, there's a morph ball tunnel here. We'll just come out up here. There we go. Good. I'd like to get that energy tank, but nope. We don't have the plasma beam yet. Can't do that. That leads to Magmore Caverns. I'm wondering if there's a save point down here. What we need to do... First, there's it. First, the next place we need to go is to check out Chozo Runes to pick up a couple of power-ups and another thing and the artifact we gotta collect. Yes, an artifact. Got a save point. Now that we hit the save point, I guess this is goodbye? Oh, this was full of a lot of tricky platforming, and we got kind of beat up, guys. But those jet zaps are something else, dude. They draw you in, and then you can take them out with Ice Beam, but it's more efficient to just hit them with Charge Shot from the Wave Beam. Pretty good. Yep, just be a little more careful with your life points than I am being. Trust me, it'll save your life later. We don't need a save. Now, where's the nearest... That leads to Talon Overworld. The good news is if we go to Talon Overworld, we could get to Chozo Runes much easier. Possibly. Let's be careful along the way, though. Just freeze these. Yeah, it's much easier once you have Ice Beam. Taking you out. Good job. Now we got him. There appears to be another door somewhere. There appears to be another door somewhere around here. Kind of wondering where it is. No, all the way over there? I'm kind of curious as to what's over here. This is blocked by Bendesium. Yeah, there's no way we can get through that yet. I know that's Bendesium. Bendesium you required a power bomb to defeat. Or rather, to break. Wait, this is not the correct way to go. Shoot, where was I heading? Oh, I don't remember. That way. Up here. There we go. Gotcha. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, Power Beam is very good against those guys. These guys are very easy. Of course, we're gonna have to come back here later. Because there is a power-up that we can get. Remember when we crushed that serpent under that stalactite? Man, that was a good time. I really like doing that. But we're almost there. Let's switch over to Power Beam, so that we can snipe the enemies from afar. Much easier. You know, you guys probably don't like first-person platforming. That's not so bad once you get used to it. Especially once you do have a double jump. It gets a lot easier in this game. And we got some puffers up above us. Those might knock us into lava if we run into them. We don't want any of that. Alright, let's bounce. And just freeze the fire jets and move on. Alright, ready for Spider Ball? Let's roll. Spider Ball is a pretty fun power-up. Of course, you might not think it's probably one of your most fun power-ups in this game. It reminds me of a lot of the iron boots in, Twilight Princess? Yeah, a bit like that. Of course, I know it's not quite the same. Some might argue the iron boots are probably a little bit better, since they let you come on all magnetic metal. Yeah, the iron boots in that game was pretty fun. Now we're back out here. We can run into some Zoomers. I mean, okay, Zoomer, but whatever. Okay, Zoomer. Damn, a bunch of beetles are on us. They behave like they think they're like the plated beetle and think they're invulnerable to beam fire from up front, but nah. Nah, they don't know what they're doing. They're scrubby little beetles. Ain't even plated or icy. I'm surprised that the ice beetle is not used more in the game. Seems like it's not as common as your normal beetle. But the she-goths, though, they're much more... The baby she-goths, though, are much more common than those. Alright, let's... Oh, yes, it destroys its poisonous... Its poison... Oh, yes, its own spores killed it, dude. Yes, it's very weak to its own spores, guys. And what sort of plant is weak to its own spores, guys? That sounds super weak sauce, dude. Alright, I know there's... I'm actually going to head over to the ship to save, because I know that the elevator in this area does glitch from time to time. And I'm not exaggerating, it did happen to me a couple of times when I played the game. You know, not during the stream though, or off camera. Not when I first played it, when I first got the game. Which was a long time ago, guys. So just in case, I'm gonna save. And if the game crashes on me when I'm on the elevator, well, it might be the end of the stream, guys. Of course, we're gonna keep going and look for power-ups. And we also have a Chozo Artifact to get, so... Mainly, we got a couple things that open up in here since we got the gravity suit. I mean, okay, Zoomer, whatever. It's like, whatever, nerd. 20-year-old Zoomers versus 30-year-old Boomers. But I think but I don't. I honestly think I honestly think stereotypes are really annoying, but they do. But stereotypes do make for good jokes, I suppose. But nobody really acts like that, right? I mean, can you imagine somebody acting like a Karen in real life? I mean, damn, dude. I mean, get me if you can. Yeah, get blown up. I know that right there can be blown up. And I can't get to it from here. I can almost make it. I know that missile looks... You know, you're supposed to get the grapple beam to get that one. Right, actually, let's go this way instead. We actually need the grapple beam to get that one. Unless there's some sort of trick to it I'm not getting. Which there very well could be. I know there's a way to get the space boots early, which speedrunners have found out. Damn, I could never do those kind of tricks. Yeah, this is not a speedrun, guys. I'm just playing the game as intended. As intended. Oh, frick me. Ghosts. Don't worry, they're not that tough. Of course, they might be if I just stand around. And let them hit me. Got one. There's the other one. Yeah, these are Chozo Ghosts, so... You see, the Chozo Ghosts are like normal Chozo that became ghosts, and then they became corrupted by Phazon, and then they became very aggressive and malicious. So they didn't really get along with their Chozo brethren, you see. Oh, cool! We got 100 missiles now. Sweet. I actually missed that a few times. Right, what we're gonna head to do is the room with the Wave Buster. Because we can get there, we can get underwater now because as you remember, there's deep water in that room. And the deep water will let us get into where something kind of cool is. Numerous distress beacons. Oh yeah, you have to go over there with the gravity suit. And that'll let you get into the mines. And the mines are where the game really starts getting tough. Alright, a Chozo Artifact. Yeah, I'm liking that. I like Chozo Artifacts. Give me more of those. You actually need to get all the Chozo Artifacts to be able to beat the game, guys, so... You can't get to the final boss without them. So you definitely need those. I can't stress enough that. So finding them is pretty good. Of course, this isn't the only deep water that we're going to have to find around here. Oh, frick me, it's the Chozo Ghosts. They've returned. I'm like, oh, nope, I'm not doing with any spoopy stuff today. Now for less spoopy enemies, we got these scarabs, which are exploding parasitic insects. Not really sure why they're referred to as parasitic, but they cling to stuff, they blow up, they They burn you for a little tiny amount of damage just to troll you a little. You run into this big plated beetle who's a much bigger version of the normal beetle. Casually step aside and snipe it in the ass. Oh damn, I said a bad word. That's gonna get me demonetized. Even though I don't have monetization anyway. I'm a teeny tiny channel anyway. Frankly, I don't think YouTube even cares about me. Just blow up those hives real casual. Really easy when you have 100 missiles. I definitely remember... Oops, almost ran into those scarabs. But we just rolled right by them. Chozo Ghosts? Nope. No, they kill themselves in the water, huh? Magma pool is where we get some interesting stuff. Interesting, so where does that lead? Interesting. So it appears there's stuff to do here. Heck, I kind of just want the missile expansion. It's a good thing we found that. That was quite nice. I personally like more missiles. More missiles always is nice. But whoops. Don't want to run into those. Not that they'll damage you for a lot, but they can damage you. I know that mushrooms are actually reasonably popular among you guys. But I don't think you love mushrooms that much. Now, the place that we're actually heading is somewhere else. It's where we got the charge beam, you see. Uh-oh, it's turning dark and there's spoopy ghosts. They're pretty spoopy. Of course, we can just run right by them without fighting them. Yeah, I've got better things to do than deal with spoopy ghosts again. Yeah, I learned from Deathmark and the Deathmark sequel. What was it called? NG? Yeah, you don't want to mess with spoopy ghosts, especially if they're freaking Japanese dolls. Japanese dolls now; those are pretty spoopy. I can't stress that enough. And freaking Japanese ghost girl dolls, man. Like frickin' Mary. Yeah, for some reason, Mary is the most popular video on my channel for whatever reason. I don't know why people like Mary so much. Well, they did name it a little bit after the legend, though. Mary-san is right behind you, you know. She's a spoopy doll and she's gonna get ya. Alright, a missile expansion. That gives us even more missiles to play around with. Damn, do we need so many missiles? And the answer is, of course we do. That'll give us a lot of super missiles. In case we need them. And trust me, we might just need them. Especially to deal with the Omega Pirate. It is quite possibly the toughest boss in this game. Of course, Meta Ridley is also no pushover either. Neither is Metroid Prime, to be exact. But freaking Omega Pirate, though, he's pretty tough. You need to hit him with plasma beam shots to lower his armor, or you can super missile him. And when his armor's down, he's going to be like recharging, and you're going to need the X-ray to see him and then zap him in the heart. And he summons elemental pirates just to mess with you. Well, no, he behaves a lot like the elite pirates, which are basically a teeny tiny version of him. Which are also pretty big. They're bigger than Samus, but the Omega Pirate, he's like a huge freaking 40-foot tall giant dude. And he's freaking powerful as shit, dude. So we're gonna need all the missile expansions and energy tanks we can get for that guy. Speaking of which, next we're gonna go into the mine level. And the mine level is crazy, man. There's space pirates everywhere. Also freaking turret guns, they're everywhere too. And we're gonna encounter elite pirates and more freaking Metroids. Honestly, though, the Metroids are actually not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the freaking space pirates. Man, this is kind of a cool game, though. We really get to see Samus feel her rage against the space pirates and their machinations in this game. And I kind of wonder what happened to the baby Metroid that Samus had. I know it was in Other M for some reason. Even though I consider Other M to be like fanfiction of Metroid, as I'm sure a lot of people do. It certainly comes off as Twilight fanfiction of this game. I guess people wanted it to be more like Metroid Prime, but it wasn't. And some people had issue with the writing. You know how, like, Samus, usually when she goes into a new place for the first time in a game, she loses all her power-ups? Well, that is a recurring theme that does happen in this game, and I know it happens in the second game. Not sure about the third. Another M, she, like, needs permission to use her power-ups. Which is like, what? Why? Yeah. That's the only thing I know about Metroid Other M, though. I might actually play that game to see if it's actually as bad as everybody says it is. Which I hope it's not. It doesn't seem like it would be. I honestly think it's over-exaggerated, to be honest. Oh well, goodbye. And thank you for watching, I hope you had fun. Yeah, I got to see some salt in the end, didn't ya? Let's do a triple bomb jump. There we go. That's how you do them. And you need to do that to get the energy tank in that one tunnel that I showed you. It's in a tunnel between where you go into the Frost Plains for the first time and Magmore Caverns. Pandaria Drips, I believe it was called. Anyway, goodbye.